Society and an Earthlighter. And it's my honor to introduce Lena De Winne. She is the Deputy Head of Administration to the head of the Asgardia Nation, the first space nation in history, founded by Dr. Igor Ajbareli. Lena has an extensive education. She holds a Master's of Science and Engineering, an MBA, and a PhD in psychology. She spent 15 years at the European Space Agency working at an ESTEC in the Netherlands, where she worked in business development, liaison, promoting, and education. She published several popular books about space in English and Russian for children and adults, and hosted a television show in Belgium. Pretty busy schedule, I imagine. In 2013, she joined the Asgardia Independent Research Center as a director, where she took on further duties and a pivotal role in setting up and running the Nation of Asgardia. And Asgardia is the first space-based nation in human history, and it's founded by Dr. Igor Ajbareli, as I mentioned earlier. Lena remains at the core of this operation and continues to grow the Nation of Asgardia, and I'm looking forward to getting my passport in. Hopefully we can help you out there. Thank you, Lena.
I'm glad to hear you are Asgardian. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever been asked what would you do if you were to die tomorrow? I have been, and my answer was simply, I would not believe you. This is first of all because I'm too optimistic, but also because actually I'm far too lazy to do anything special for a chance of I might die tomorrow, not to mention that it would not save me anyway. Actually, I wouldn't want to be saved. My life does not make much sense without people I love, without people I care for, without some kind of hope that there is future worth living for, that there is tomorrow, brighter tomorrow for the humankind. Actually, I would do one practical thing. I would call or send messages to people I love to tell them that I love them, but on the other hand, I do that often enough anyway, so no, it's not because I might die tomorrow. Look at the world around us. I'm sure, unfortunately, you would agree that despite of all our technological innovation and advancement, it's not becoming kinder or more comforting place to live in. Our technologies are growing, and with them, the ability to conduct warfare is growing as well. If I watch, I'm here on stage, so I'm being diplomatic, but when I watch the news, actually, barking mad is at the milder end of what comes to mind when I see the news of what's happening in the world. So why, as humans, we have evolved so much intellectually, and at the same time, we are stuck in the ancient mentality where it comes to fighting and competition? Why do people strive for dominance and superiority over each other on every level, every day? Is it still survival of the fittest? Are we still driven by entirely old, ancient mentality that winning necessarily means that somebody else must lose? Does the limbic part of our brain, the reptilian part, is still the ruler of our decision making? Or do we finally have a chance in the 21st century to start making choices which are run by ethics in intellectual control? We all tend to think that globalization means, first of all, an easy hop across the ocean and getting together for a conference in the other part of the world. But actually, the globalization, figuratively and literally, means that we all already live in space, because Earth is the spaceship, and we humankind are the crew on board. And the survival on Earth is no longer survival of the fittest. It's survival of the entire humankind. It's either all of us or none of us. So if I'm asked if I want to go to space, my answer is I am already in space. And so are you, by the way. Survival of the fittest is not working anymore. It's survival of the humankind. So what would be our legacy? A tidy, empty desert or humanity's cosmic presence? What can we do to ensure the latter? Preservation of peace on planet Earth and providing equal opportunity to everybody's access to space. This is what Asgardia, the first in the world history, if somebody could help me with the slides. I sorted it out myself. Space Nation, Asgardia, the first in the world space history. Space Nation, founded by Dr. Igor Ashubeli, stands for Peace, Protection, Access. It was founded on 12th of October 2016 and currently has a population close to 300,000 people and over 1 million followers. Asgardia has a constitution. The constitution was voted in by the population. Constitution defines the democratic setup of the state. It has the parliament, the legislative branch. It has the government, which is currently being formed, will soon be finalized. It has the supreme judge, the independent judicial power. The territory of the country is a satellite. You might wonder, how does it work? There is actually no law, apart from the law of gravity, which holds the territory of any country to the surface of the planet Earth. There is no law which says that you, as a citizen of the country, are obliged to be a resident of your country. There is no law which says that the entire population must fit into the country at the same time. So in consultation with the leading lawyers in the world, Dr. Ashubeli came to a conclusion that for the first time in history, the territory of an independent state can be in space, and it does work in line with the Outer Space Treaty. Asgardia is run by the Declaration of Unity, which defines that all humans are born equal, and it provides free opportunities and equal opportunities to everybody. Asgardia does not interfere into the activities of the earthly states on the basis of reciprocity, and it is free of political parties and religion, while people are free to engage in their legal religious and political activities in their countries on earth if they wish. Asgardia is currently holding bilateral discussions with countries on earth to achieve mutual recognition. That's actually how the roadmap, the path towards statehood, is being built. Many prominent people have joined Asgardia by now. Amongst them, there are cosmonauts and astronauts, scientists, engineers, top-level politicians, and highly educated and motivated young professionals. All those people have been inspired by the vision of Dr. Ashubeli, how Asgardia is the future of humanity. Today, we are talking about the development of the roadmap for the space segment for the next 25 years. Currently, it's just a satellite. In 2020, we will be launching the first set of orbital constellation, which will provide the background for the running of Asgardia infrastructure. Ultimately, this will culminate in what Dr. Ashubeli called Space Ark, inspired by Noah's Ark, and resulting in the settlement on the moon. Artificial gravity is a very important component of the future residence in space because gravity is necessary for normal functionality of a human. People will be living in space for long periods of time, and that means they also need to form families, to have children. Children need to be born and grow up physiologically healthy. So I saw on the agenda tomorrow there is a talk about artificial gravity. I hope we will have a chance to discuss much more about that. Future transportation is space elevators. Today it is just the child steps, but in the future space elevators are the means to go to space. So we can say that Asgardia is a space dream, but it is solidly grounded in the reality from the very onset. And I'm confident that the first person born in space will be an Asgardian. Are there other ways to guarantee good future for the humankind? Well, probably there are. What would you say if I asked you, we all wake up tomorrow to discover that the world leaders had a meeting and came to the conclusion that they have diplomatic compromises for every conflict, and there are no calamities to survive, and everybody cares for each other's interests. Right, I'm too realistic, I would not believe that. And yet, as I said, I'm optimistic as well. Therefore, I believe in Asgardia, because Asgardia is replacing global politics with geopolitics. Nowadays, if somebody asks me what would I say if I was asked if I were to die tomorrow, what I would do, my answer would be firm and strong. You are wrong. Today cannot possibly be the last day of my life. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. This is because there is Asgardia. Just one thing, always tell people that you love them. It's one thing everyone might regret not doing enough in a lifetime. But what concerns the future of humanity, you can relax. There is Asgardia, the first space nation in history, founded by Dr. Igor Asheveli. So join us on board. And grand finale didn't work. Somebody who knows how to run this can help me put on that slide. So join me on board in Asgardia.